Hello and welcome to Home Sweet Halvorson Holiday Edition. I'm Jordan.
I'm Robin.
This beautiful lady is Robin, who's going to introduce herself.
I'm ready.
Excellent. She's very excited. So we are coming to you live from our yard. The year is 1994, as you can tell by what I'm wearing. I told somebody at church today, I was like, he was like, "You look awesome, man." I was like, "I look like I'm out of 1994." And he said, "That's why I said you look awesome." So that was Josh Martinez, I think. Martinez.
Oh, yes.
Is how you describe or pronounce it. Anyways, that was a hard write from my introduction I had written down, which was introduction. So it has been a minute, or as the kids say, a hot minute. Maybe the kids 10 years ago said that.
I don't know if they say that anymore, but yes, go ahead.
Since we've been on, like, it was hot, still hot in Texas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's warm, but
Yeah.
it was like, I think October, we've just been super busy. So what's been going on?
Well, we've had all the holidays. It's, I don't think we've been on since October. So there was Halloween, which we're going to talk about in a minute. There was Thanksgiving, there was Christmas, and right in between all of that, there was the Disney cruise, which should be counted as a holiday in our books. But
That's cool.
yeah, it's been wonderful. We really have had a great holiday season. There's been a few little hiccups with a few little illnesses. I nursed a cold through Christmas. That wasn't too fun, but other than that, it's been a really good time. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think we went into overdrive protecting ourselves from sickness for the kids because we had the Disney cruise coming up. So we were like more vigilant than we've ever been before, I think. Unlike people just keeping people away, the potential for sickness, taking a few days off from school to make sure we don't put them into the Petri dish.
Which, if you have a quote unquote normal situation at home with your kids, you're going to be aware of sickness this time of year.
Yeah.
But when you have kids with special needs, specifically kids that are more prone to respiratory illness, it's like we looked at each other at one point and we go, are we crazy that we booked a cruise in December a year and a half ago?
And yes.
Because, we were. But it worked out so well. And it was exactly what we had wanted. But
It was a miracle.
we'll talk about that. Yeah.
So I just wanted to start with Halloween with the Halvorsons. How is Halloween? How creepy and spooky is Halloween with the Halvorsons?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
When we first got married, because we grew up both in very conservative Christian households that I think I went trick-or-treating maybe 3 times when I was growing up. I know you didn't at all.
No.
And it was just because I lived in a neighborhood and I was very young and I think we were just trying it out to see. But like we didn't do Halloween growing up. And like there's like my mom, I think your parents told us like we just don't celebrate Halloween. But we didn't understand until probably 5 years into our marriage or more why it just never sat well for us to celebrate Halloween. And so I think it was we listened to a podcast and they talked about all of the satanic rituals and all the things that happen on Halloween.
Yeah.
And it was just like this light bulb went off. Like we knew this stuff before, but there was something about like the Bible talks about the veil being lifted from your eyes. Like it was like the veil was lifted from our eyes. And we were like, oh, you mean if we're celebrating Halloween, we're celebrating death? Why would we want to do that? And so as a family, as a couple, before we had kids, or I think very early into kids, before they even knew the difference, we decided we are not going to celebrate Halloween. And we haven't. And it's hard because it's countercultural. You have a lot of people that, and even some of you guys listening, if you're a believer and you celebrate Halloween, like you may be like, "Ew, I don't like that," and that's okay. Like we don't judge anyone's walk and where they are.
Well, she doesn't. I do. Harshly.
So I don't know what to say to that. He does. But we just feel like as a family, when we walk by homes that have like skeletons or graveyards set up and things like that, I don't get it. I struggle with it because it is literally a celebration of death, and everything that Jesus is and everything that our lives should be as Christians is about life and redeeming life and bringing life to the world and bringing light to the world. You're going to hear a car here maybe in a second.
Yeah, there may be a few dogs out there also.
Oh, there they go.
But also, I just want to say, yeah, if this sounds kooky to you, because you're like, well, there's nothing wrong. It's just candy and for the kids, and the kids can dress up like a ladybug or a pirate, and that's fine. I would just say do some more research into it, what actually happens and what you're actually participating in.
Like not what did happen, like what modern day
what does
happens.
Happen. What just happened a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And just do some research and realize that you are participating in that. Now, we probably lost half the people that were listening with that, but
we won't stay on that.
That's the conviction I think we have as a family.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to work through with the Lord on your own. And so I would just say, just consider that, what you're participating in. Yeah. But anyways, so what do we do on Halloween?
Well, we do the anti-Halloween. We still want to have fun with the kids. And I don't think we did Cracker Barrel this year. Did we do Cracker Barrel?
No, Cracker Barrel? This is just a little
Hot
sideline.
take.
Hot take here.
Sorry, Cracker Barrel.
Yes, you used to be so awesome. And now, I mean, you still do fried chicken, well, kind of. But the breakfast menu has gone into the toilet. Now, Cracker Barrel is never awesome, right? It's just, it's a kitschy place to go. And the kids, like they have it set up where you have to go through a store to get to the restaurant, which is really clever. But I just feel like it's not as good as it used to be. So this year, no, we did not go to Cracker Barrel. If you up your game, maybe we'll come back.
Normally, that's our ritual, our tradition, whatever, on Halloween because the kids love it. So we take them to Cracker Barrel because it's a special event, and then we go to Hobby Lobby. And Andor this year was a different store. Do we need to name the store? I don't think we'll name it. But we went to a different store, a home store, home like warehouse, and we decided because I want you to tell the good folks. So what we do when we go to Hobby Lobby is we pick out a ornament that the kids get to have. This year they picked out some different like decorations. Judah picked out a blanket and just some things like that. Mm-hmm. But we mainly went to this particular store for one singular purpose, and that was.
We have, and I'm looking at it right now, laying on the ground, a 20-foot tall reindeer, which we named Bernard. And we had been eyeing Bernard. Probably last year we saw Bernard for the first time. It's just a giant reindeer. But
when you go into the store, it
scales
scales the roof. I mean, it's huge. It's above our trees in our
I'm going to put a
yard.
picture in here.
Yeah.
So like the good people can see it.
And above our roof even. Like we love him. And you have to know my like origin with inflatables is that I thought they were the tackiest things ever when we were first married. But I get it now. I think I get it because we have kids and it brings such joy. Uh-huh. And you don't realize how much joy it brings little kids until you have it in your yard and you have a giant reindeer that we're going to probably buy a Santa Claus or something to accompany him.
20 feet.
That's also 20 feet.
Yeah. And there's a Mrs. Claus and a Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh. All of it.
The next decade planned out of inflatables that are going to just join the yard. Now, I think you can go overkill. I think actually 2 or 3 is fine. You rotate them out. But the yards that have like 20 or 30, you can't even walk through it. But we have 2 acres.
on a little bitty plot. Yeah.
Yeah. So
this
we
is
got
just
room.
a small section of our yard. Very small section. So.
A little boastful there.
This is a small section of the estate over here.
No, but the kids can like run under it. I was gonna say it's just awesome. It's just one inflatable. I was gonna say my dad can walk under it.
Well, I can walk under it.
Yeah, like everybody can walk under it mostly. And but anyways, it's been really fun to have. And so we went to Chick-fil-A before.
Yeah.
And remember, we spent $65 at Chick-fil-A somehow because we got everybody milkshakes. The peppermint milkshakes they are on point. Oh, yeah. Those are fantastic. But when you get them for kids that are like, I'm done. Yes. I'm so full. And you're like, you had 3 nuggets and 4 sips of your shake.
No, our children put away nuggets.
They do put away nuggets.
They are nugget nibblers.
I'm going to edit that out, I think. Sounds inappropriate.
They are. So when we were driving down for the Disney cruise, we had to buy, what was it, a 30-piece nugget?
No. We bought 2 30-piece nuggets. And we asked them for that.
Did you know that you could buy that at Chick-fil-A?
Oh, yeah. Because I used to do lunches when I was in marketing. And so you just buy a bunch of nuggets.
I'm asking the good people. I'm not asking you. I know you know because you bought it.
This is a life hack. I think some people know. You just ask them for empty cartridges. That you can fill up. So they'll give you 5 of those. You open up the 60 nuggets,
Everybody gets like 10
distribute it.
nuggets.
Because
or
nobody
more.
eats fries. That's what they don't eat.
Yeah.
They don't eat the fries. There's like we have like a pile of fries at the end.
Yep.
And then so.
That we end up consuming.
Yes.
Not
which
all
is
of it.
not good
no,
for my heart.
it's not good for me either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways.
As is evidence.
Hey, it's been a festive season. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So that was our beginning of our Christmas season. I think we put
And we put up our decorations that weekend. So how do you feel about early Christmas decorating?
it's you know what it is? It's the music starts to get old before it should.
I'm still not tired of the music.
Really?
No.
I like Christmas jazz. That can go for a long time. But like some of the music is like you can only listen to Mariah Carey
No, I
a
don't
few
really
times.
listen to her though.
Yeah, there's those songs that are playing like all the time
Yeah.
on repeat.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I'm kind of
Over.
over. I am ready to like as you said yesterday, I think we're recording this on December 29th.
29th, yeah.
Yeah. And we're ready to like put it all away in the attic. Like get out of my face cuz Christmas is over.
Yep.
And we're ready for the new year. But we'll get into that.
But
Yeah.
the point is this year, and I think because we never used to be artificial tree people. Now we used to go, but get the real tree, and you have to wait until after Thanksgiving to do that. Now I have turned into an artificial tree person because I can put it up early, and it's so low maintenance when you get it up.
For
You have to
sure.
buy a good quality one, which
or get
the
one
next
on sale.
or get one on sale. Yeah, let's talk about that because we have
I
some
wanted
options.
to shoot in front of the Christmas tree, but she said it's not.
It's
a
got
nice
too many
Christmas
holes.
tree.
We've just had it for like 5 years, and it's just kind of they kind of wilt after a while, and it'll eventually become our kids' Christmas tree that goes in the playroom.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I think we need a new one next year. But anyway, all that to say that we can put up the Christmas tree early, and I really enjoy that because you get a full 2 months of festive feelings and warmth and twinkle lights and all that stuff.
I'm a fan.
And
I'm a fan.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Well,
I
and the other thing
converted you.
is I get to put the lights up on the house, and I'll put a picture of that as well. But I get to put those up before it's like super windy. Now this was a weird fall. Like it hasn't even gotten cold yet, but it's not windy.
But we
and
did
I feel
have
like
torrential rains on Christmas Eve.
we did. But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
it's not 40 and the wind's blowing me off
Yeah.
the ladder. Like it was really great weather to put up the lights, and we've got to enjoy them. That's the other thing. We've got to enjoy Bernard for 2 months, the lights on the houses for 2
Yeah.
months, all the stuff. So I feel like sometimes if you put it up for three weeks, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do all this work
Yep.
to not enjoy it? And the movies we were talking about, like where they're setting it up like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And like, what was that mean? While you were sleeping, she's putting up lights on Christmas Eve, and you're
Yeah.
like, what are you even doing?
Yeah.
I don't even understand that.
I think
Yes, I did watch that movie.
And I'm so proud of him for doing it. It's a good movie.
It was a good
But
movie.
yeah, no, I think it's been good.
Hold on, let me take a sip from my new
Oh, he got a
Christmas
Christmas present.
40 gallons of water.
It's not a Stanley, it's an Awala. Awalas you should show the good people. Other than the straw, it does not spill.
Yeah, you can just like, hold on, student experience. Like the blizzard at Dairy Queen.
It's just the straw.
Just the straw. in
So
peace.
whereas
Look at that.
my
That's a little
Stanley,
bit, yeah.
that's a little bit. Whereas my Stanley everything will leak out all sides if it falls. So it doesn't.
Just
It's
starts
nice.
pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great gift that you got from me.
And Awala.
Yes, well, you can sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
How was it?
I thought it was great. We got honey baked ham. That was good.
Which you don't like.
I like it better than the bone-in ham from the grocery store.
Can I make any jokes?
No.
Okay.
Nope. But anyways, my wife, everybody. So Thanksgiving was great. We had to do like a way scaled back
A whale?
Thanksgiving. A whale of a tale. Because it was the week before the cruise, so we literally saw no one but those that live on Halvorson homestead here.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were out of town, so it was your mom, and that was it.
Yep. And the kids and us.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great. I
But it was
enjoyed
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every year we are very adamant about watching the dog show. If you are not, if you are not Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, people also could be sponsors if they like to. We love to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I always make a fresh homemade quiche from scratch, and we do that. And then immediately following is the is it the Purina?
Purina KC Westminster.
Whatever. It's a dog show where
Philadelphia dog show.
Philadelphia dog
That's
show.
it.
And they go and they show all the different categories of breeds, the sporting breed, the toy breed, the da, 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 and you watch the dogs trot around the arena, and we literally eat it up. The two of us. The kids are like, oh, it's fun for like half an hour, and then they're done. This is 2 hours of dog show, but we are very invested. We want to see who got best in show. Who got best in show this year?
I can't remember.
Was it the pug? It was the pug.
Well, did the pug win?
I think it was the pug. Boo. We don't like the pug.
Pugs are okay. They're good dogs. Just they're not our
They're
favorite.
ugly dogs.
Well, if you have a pug, I'm sure it's a great dog. I would say it's so special to me though because of the years where, like, there was one year I had to take Gabby to the hospital in the middle of the dog show because she had a respiratory illness. So I felt so robbed. Not only having to like not eat Thanksgiving dinner, like that just felt so. It just felt so wrong to have to do that. And then so we ended up in the emergency room and we didn't get to finish the dog show. So on one where we're perfectly well, nobody's on BiPAPs, breathing machines, treatments, and we are just sitting in the playroom watching it on our big screen, I felt so blessed.
Yeah.
Just I felt like I was like taking it for granted. I was soaking it in. Yeah. But I felt like it was a rough showing this year, if I'm honest. 2024 was a rough show for the for the dogs.
That's our hot take.
Yeah.
So
It's
then it
ridiculous.
was literally like I went and worked for 3 days.
Yeah.
The kids did not go to school. We kept them sequestered at home so they would stay healthy because they were healthy, which was, if you don't deal with respiratory illness and you've not experienced taking your kid to the hospital and stuff like that, you don't understand the trauma that the holidays can bring, which we have had many Thanksgivings. And like I remember you telling me that you and Dad sat in the ER with Shiloh, I think, watching the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Like-
They beat the Redskins.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Go.
That year.
Yeah, that year. Anyway, so there's just a lot of trauma that the holidays can bring, and I think as I'm reflecting, I feel such gratitude for our overall health. I think more than anything else, like I'm grateful for the provision. I'm grateful for the financial ability to do the things that we did, and for our family and no drama and like all the things. But I think the most primary thing I'm grateful for is our health, that all the kids were healthy. And we had a few, like I said, we had a few little flukes.
Shiloh was sick for about 3 weeks in November.
Yeah, she
That
was.
was
She had
rough.
pneummonia,
but
yeah.
everything cleared up before Thanksgiving, before the
Yeah.
cruise, and before Christmas.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
So
Yeah.
overall, it was really good. So let's, we're not going to do a Disney commercial, but we do want to quickly touch on the Disney cruise because it was amazing. It was wonderful. We
They
loved
do
it.
a really, really great job, especially providing for families. So if you're a family with kids with special needs, they go above and beyond. In fact, I feel like some of the, what do they call them? The cast? I don't know what they call them on the ship.
Cast members.
Cast members will go out of their way to come help you. I had someone I was walking through with Gabby and Judah said, "Can I help hold a tray? Can I help make the," like, you're like, oh my gosh, yes. So she took Judah and then went and helped him make it so I could help Gabby. That was awesome. Or when we were going to go watch a show, they were like, "We have seating for you at the top or at the very bottom, like very front of the play." Like I had a cast member talk to me during the play. I became a part of the play. That's how close we were to the front.
It was
like
really neat.
we could breathe the fog in.
Yeah.
Which stinks.
Yeah.
It actually stinks. But anyways, but they're going out of your way. You are not an annoyance or someone that's irritating them. They're looking for opportunities to serve, and I thought that was really a powerful thing. That was made us feel welcome.
Because there's a lot of times when you roll in literally with power chairs, you feel like sometimes you're an annoyance to the people that, not always, but there are some times that you go into a restaurant or you go into a store and you can feel that the workers are annoyed because they know that the expectation is that they will make a way sometimes or make it easier or move chairs or make the path accessible or things like that. So it sometimes can be more work. And so we never felt like that once on this, on the entire cruise. We felt like we were VIP everywhere that we went. And I think hats off to Disney for doing that, because it made it such a special occasion for us. And we're hooked. Like, we will do this again with our family, because it was really, I don't want to sound cheesy, but it was really magical. It was. There was a lot of
I would agree with you.
Incredible moments. Yeah.
There were. And I think if you do have kiddos in wheelchairs, especially, that versus Disneyland or Disney World, which we've not been to, everything was so close together. From what I hear at Disneyland or World, everything is so far apart. And so that can be challenging. But here you're on a boat that is 1,000 feet long. Everything is convenient. I would say the only thing was the elevators are tiny, so you can only do one power chair at a time. But that was, for our situation, that was a little challenging, but that was the most challenging thing.
Yeah.
Everything, and you're not in the hot sun beating down on you. Like, the room, even the accessible rooms were amazing. Just gave us plenty of room. So it blew our minds. Like, it met and exceeded my expectations.
Me too.
So again, not a Disney cruise commercial. We won't, like our Royal Caribbean podcast. We were told by a really sweet, wonderful friend that a best friend that
Who you might know.
that we did a commercial for Royal Caribbean. So I don't want to go into that too much, but Disney was well worth the money to do the cruise.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Absolutely. And then what was your favorite part about Christmas? Because
Christmas.
I want to get your thought on actual Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah. I think Christmas Eve is always my favorite, because Christmas Eve is the antithesis. The anticipation of Christmas Day and all the excitement that comes. And I think as a mom, like I loved watching like TikTok and Instagram reels about moms over this Christmas holiday. For some reason, it really resonated with me, because it is like, there is like this additional weight, that like mental weight that moms carry, because they are here we go, and it's a good one. It's just out of the side sip, everybody. So
Sorry.
it's okay. So yeah, but moms carry an additional weight. And I think, by the time Christmas Day is done, I am exhausted. And then not only that, we cooked steaks and entire dinner for 12 family members over at your parents' house. We basically catered the whole thing and brought it in. And it was so wonderful and such a blessing to do. But
I love my parents for opening up their house.
Yeah,
for that.
for
I mean,
sure.
I love
It
them
was
for many
amazing.
other reasons, but
that's the only reason. No, just joking.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for opening your house.
Yeah.
It's one less thing to do. Even though we did a lot of cooking, and I know my mom also did the day before. We did a lot at their house.
Yeah,
this
year.
So it was great to have them on property. I'm actually looking into their screened-in porch right now.
But no, it was wonderful to hey. I think Christmas Eve, when you and I get back home, and I came over a little earlier from your parents' house, and I set up blankets and pajamas and slippers and just everything new for the kids to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And we have this book called Grumpy Badger's Christmas, and Jordan does the voices, and the kids ask for it every Christmas. Daddy, will you be Grumpy Badger? Will you be Grumpy? And I love that tradition. And
Piffle and triple piffle.
Yes, he gets grumpy because he has to wake. That's what I feel like, honestly, at Christmas. But
so great.
that was my favorite. And then of course, time with you at the end of the night. Like, that's our tradition in our marriage, is that
what we do, is we open our gifts to one another. So in the morning, because we found that it was kind of like on the side. We were exchanging gifts, and the kids were needing help opening stuff, putting batteries in. You have the Santa gift, all that stuff. So like, we get to just focus on each other, have a nice libation, and just enjoy each other's company. And it is so fun. And there's Christmas treats about, because we have a thing called Cookie Day a couple days before, or the day before Christmas Eve, and Robin and the kids and Bubby put out just a ton of cookies. So it's such a great thing. And I agree with you 100%. I think my favorite part of Christmas is Christmas Eve. And I think it has been most of my life. It's that lead up. It's that final moment until
Yeah.
Christmas. It's such a magical moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good Christmas, but it also, I think that is one of the things when you go on like such a wonderful vacation and then you come down. And it was great to go into Christmas because it was fun. You had something else to look forward to.
Yeah.
But it's like all of this high, and then all of a sudden you're coming into the new year, and it's like, oh, okay, now it's time to get back to reality, because
it's true.
because we start new semesters and all that stuff. But it was a wonderful Christmas, wonderful holiday season. I'm just very blessed. I think just overall more blessed that everyone's been healthy. Babies, mommy and daddy are recording a podcast, so you guys stay in here. Not right now, maybe in a minute. No, probably not. Close the door, baby.
So what are we looking forward to in 2025?
Maybe 5 more minutes. Bye-bye. Okay.
We'll be done in 5 minutes. We'll come and come get you, and we'll come out here actually enjoy the weather. It's beautiful.
Bye.
All right, so you might see our golden doodle Gus running around.
There he is.
Anyways, so 2025, what are you looking forward to?
There was so much Christmas. I'm looking forward to, of course, summer is one of my favorites. We get to go to Colorado with our best friends, the Unilas, who you guys all know. We had a podcast with them in October. I'm looking forward to that. We're planning a trip to Southern Colorado. It is going to be a big Christmas, or a big summer. Shiloh has a back surgery. And so there's a little bit of trepidation with that because I never enjoy those times. It's just gotta get it done because it's good.
Either.
She doesn't either. Yeah. But it's, you got to get it done. And it's just a part of maintaining overall health when you have severe scoliosis.
Right. And you being a teacher, it's also, you're in the hospital. So you're with her. I understand. Yeah. Absolutely. That is harder to be there. Mm-hmm. The surgery day is the hardest, I feel like.
Yeah.
It sucks. I hate being there for that, especially after Gabby's femur was fractured in the last one. Yeah. So we have some trauma there because we're like, God, is that gonna happen again? Is that possible? So just for those that do believe, please cover us in prayer this year because I also have a surgery for my heart. So I had a surgery when I was 2 years old to correct a major issue with my heart, and I have another surgery this spring. So apparently it's a standard procedure, and it's going to be much easier than open heart surgery, but that's going to be something also in the spring. So we're doing that, and of course I'm going to continue to pursue my professional training as well as a certified financial planner. So lots of things in 2025.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
And so, 2 trips to Colorado and a couple surgeries. So it's going to be amazing. You're going to continue to blow people's minds in junior high. She's an amazing teacher.
Thank you.
And she's got lots of kids.
This is Shiloh's end of elementary. She's going to be transitioning into middle school next year.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So we got a lot going on, and we're looking forward to continuing the podcast in 2025. Because we're doing a lot of things, it may be every 2 months or so. I don't know exactly what our frequency will be. I know that it will be a busy year, though. So anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah.
And let the kids outside.
I think, I always get really reflective this time of year because, the reality is that you can live high to high to high and just, I'm going to have this thing coming and then this thing coming and then this thing coming. And I'm just only looking for the fun and the good and all that stuff. Or you can live in the present and live each day as it comes. And I think as I get older, the more I realize that, The highs are wonderful. The holidays are wonderful. The trips are wonderful and all those things. But I don't want to let the daily beauty pass me by and be unaware of what's happening around me. So I think that's really my prayer. And I think that happens when you establish a heart of gratitude, no matter what. And so the reality is for us is that we could get sick. One of the kids could get sick and we could be doing treatments over the next month or two, or there are surgeries coming up, and those things are hard. Like, it's not easy. And I think, though, if we live daily in a place where, man, this moment is hard or this thing is happening, but I am grateful for so much that the Lord has given me. If we maintain that position in our heart, I think that we can live much happier, more fulfilled lives as adults. Because I agree. We do. We always, I mean, even like we're established here in our forever home, but there was a period of time in our marriage where every few years we were like, is there a new house? Is there anything like that? And I think that some part of that comes from just needing to find how to be content and how to live content.
I think you just hit the nail on the head, is contentment, because the highs are highs because they are different from your normal, right?
Yeah.
And you're working unto a thing, and we're made for a purpose. So we're not made to be at a party all the time. Parties are special, and a trip is a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A vacation is a party. And so I think you're exactly right, is being content where you are on a Monday morning, saying, I'm going to serve in what capacity I have right now, and I'm going to be joyful in it. It doesn't mean that some days don't suck, because Mondays do suck sometimes. But what it is, like you said, be content and find the little things that bring you joy on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. What are those things? And I think a very key thing, and this is going to be pouring into our faith, is making sure that you're spending time with a grateful heart to our Maker, to our Creator, and staying connected to Him, because that's what will give you a grateful and a thankful heart. Because if you can see the beauty in a 10:30 on a Wednesday, then I think your life is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all the difficult circumstances you may have, it's I think the key word is contentment. I think I'm going to take that word into 2025. Contentment is a really good word. So that's great.
Yeah. Well, you want to pray for contentment?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me pray for you. They're listening out in YouTube land or Facebook. So yeah, Father, I come to you in Jesus' name. And I thank you for all of the people that listen, whether they believe in you or they don't, or they're questioning their faith, or they've never heard any of this before. And I thank you, Lord, that 2025 would be a year of great joy and peace, a year of renewal, but also a year of contentment, where we learn to be content where we are. Despite our circumstances, situations, things outside of our control, that you are a good Father. You are always watching over us. You are always present with us. You sent your Son to die for us, to die for our sins, so when we do leave this earth, we get to live with you eternally. So there's really nothing ultimately for us to fear, because in the scheme of eternity, we're in your hands. So I just thank you for contentment for everyone listening to this. And I thank you for a blessed 2025, a successful 2025, a prosperous 2025, not just financially, but in personal growth and maturation of your faith. And I would say even redemption, healing of friendships and family relationships. And just so grateful for my family, for my wife, and I just feel so blessed. So I pray that same blessing for you and your family in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
We will see you next year, friends.
Bye.